So controversy over the internet has spread to kill one of my favorite shows when I was a child. Sure, I grew tired of the repetitive reboots, like as much as Ben 10 gets it, but at least, like, people know of Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo is an American classic when it comes to televised cartoons over the old style back from the 60s to modern day. What's new Scooby Doo? I grew up with the Mystery Inc. era, as well as what's new Scooby Doo. The amount of crossover appeal that has happened with this iconic group has been legendary, even if nobody watched it or not. There is nothing that breaks over teenagers like coming over and solving mysteries. And with the likability of one-dimensional characters that primarily never change, they made a Velma series of another uh, you know, one-dimensional character with very little depth, except probably make her black, gay, and so incredibly self-aware of the constant repetitive plot that she's in. When practically we didn't get that in the Mystery Inc. series, where we had more depth, when we got more into the relationships that she gets into the story, and how you can even make like plot lines that are formulaic like Scooby Doo to become an actually enticing episodic show, and still make it child friendly and funny at the same time. You don't get that when you hear Velma. First of all, Daphne looks like Adam Eve from fucking the Invincible series that came out on Amazon a few years ago. And then we got Norville, or the real name of Shaggy. He comes around looking like Shamar, looking like a side character from any other animated series except Scooby. He looks like he got Down syndrome. They're probably gonna make him a pothead. This possibly is gonna be a more mature audience enticing show, but the lack of being enticing, they made Velma like the very little of what made her at least somewhat appealing later on in the decade. Like, what? Then they try to make her more attractive, more sarcastic, more trying to get in a relationship with Shaggy and actually build like an impromptu relationship. But no, let's just make her gay. Like, I think James Gunn was the only person that was enticing to do that, to probably just get a spicy moment with her and Daphne around those early 2000s live action films that all of us probably watched. Like, that's it. Just a tokenizing moment to see two hot chicks. Because if you didn't know the actress who played Velma from those movies, bro, they would not have an ugly chick play Velma. But no, we had to make her played by that unfunny, fat Muslim chick with no type of likability, has no looks of her own, looks like she has a facelift, coming around with no charisma. They make Fred look like he's in a different cartoon, and Shaggy just looks like he's like in an extra cast of 16, that old Cartoon Network show that was from fucking Canada. Just absolutely garbage. There's not even Scooby in all this. I don't know if it's going to be an origin story, a simple like murder mystery. Like, there's nothing to entice other than Velma's going to be primarily part of this, and they're going to try to leech over and make unoriginal comedy style like they did for Harley Quinn. But they actually went over character the character development of Harley and try to make her an individualized person out of just being in the shadow of the Joker. We're not going to get that with Velma. Because Velma really hasn't got a devalued role. Like, we know her being the person who thinks outside the box, the smartest in the group, and figures out the clue first. What part of that makes it sound like I just need Velma to be fat, black, whatever, just not white, to make it, and, possibly just more self-aware and sarcastic than everybody else. It just makes it feel more unlikable. Who wants to watch a series involving that, man? Shaggy's possibly gonna suck. Daphne's gonna suck. Possibly some guys off, and Fred's just gonna be bland. And this is gonna be on HBO with a bunch of wannabe mediocre 2 p.m. airing actors that are gonna ruin an iconic cartoon franchise like Scooby Doo. I'd rather watch another WWE crossover involving Scooby Doo than I will ever watching Velma. That's it for me. Thanks for watching the DST show. I understand, like, I just packed a lot out there. But we all know Scooby Doo. Like, any other person in America knows what that is. Like, your grandparents to your children know what that is. Like, come on. And now the way they're going about this is like, supposedly, but supposed to diversify or try to push the unbounds. Like, all you did was just, like, change the color. That's about it. I really don't get the. I don't get it. Like, did the killer kill Velma because she's black or something? Or brown? Whatever ethnicity she's trying to be. I think Mrs. Marvel was treated with more respect than all this. I'd rather watch She-Hulk twerk again with Meg the Stallion than this, dog. Like, I don't want to see my, like, any child watch this. Not because they're going to be mature. Just because I feel like it's not going to be any type of entertaining. At all. Tell me how you guys feel about the HBO series about to come out. Other than that, thanks for watching the DSC show. Like, comment, subscribe. That's it for me.